Have you ever stopped texting a man just to see if he would notice? Maybe you were tired of being the only one who tried. Maybe you wanted to test whether he actually cared. Or maybe you were just exhausted, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, from being the only person showing up in the connection. And then something strange happened. You went quiet, and he didn't text. Not right away, not even the next day. And you started to think, does he even care that I'm gone? Is my silence even affecting him at all? I get it. I've coached thousands of women who've been in exactly this position, and I can tell you with 100% confidence, when you stop contacting a man, his mind doesn't stay calm. It starts to spin. Because silence, true, confident silence, disrupts his comfort. Let's break down exactly what's going on in his head the moment you stop reaching out, and why confusion and curiosity are the first powerful stages of him realizing your value. Stage 1. His world feels off. When you've been giving someone attention, even small things like sending good morning texts, replying fast, liking his stories, or checking in about his day, you've been creating emotional rhythm. You're part of his day, his pattern, his sense of normal. And most men love patterns. They love the predictable comfort of knowing you're there. So when you suddenly disappear from that rhythm, his subconscious feels it immediately. It's like walking into a room where the music suddenly stops. Something feels wrong. He may not text you right away. He may not even admit to himself that he misses you. But deep down, he feels the gap. That's the beginning of confusion. It's not emotional yet. It's psychological. His brain is searching for the missing stimulus. You. He's thinking, wait, did I say something weird last time we talked? Has she lost interest? Is she upset? Did she meet someone else? And here's the beautiful part. You're not even doing anything. You're simply not chasing. And yet, that absence is now louder than your presence used to be. That's how curiosity begins. Stage 2. Curiosity turns into intrigue. Now the confusion deepens. He starts to realize your silence isn't random. You didn't forget to text. You didn't lose your phone. You're choosing not to reach out. And that triggers something primal in a man's psychology, the need to regain control. Men are wired to pursue what feels uncertain, what feels just out of reach. And for the first time, you become that mystery. Before, you were available. He knew you'd reply. He knew you cared. He knew your energy was steady. Now, you've become unpredictable. And unpredictability breeds fascination. He starts rereading your last messages. He checks your social media. He wonders what you're up to. He might even rationalize it. She's probably busy. She's playing hard to get. But those are just excuses his ego makes to calm his curiosity. The truth? He's thinking about you more than he wants to admit. Greater than, he might text, "Hey, long time," or comment on your story, or even send a meme, something casual, harmless. But don't get fooled. It's not about the meme. It's about him testing the silence. He's dipping his toe back in to see if the water's still warm. That's curiosity disguised as conversation. Stage 3. You shift the power dynamic. This is the part most people miss. When you stop contacting him, you're not just creating silence, you're changing the power dynamic. Before, he had the emotional advantage. He knew where you stood. He knew you'd reach out eventually. But now, your silence introduces uncertainty, and uncertainty equals value. People don't value what's always available. They value what they could lose. So when he realizes you're not reaching out, you stop being his backup plan and start becoming his priority puzzle. He starts to think, did I underestimate her? Maybe she wasn't as attached as I thought. What if she's already moved on? And each of those thoughts makes you more magnetic in his eyes, not because you're playing games, but because you've shown emotional discipline. You're communicating something silently. I'm not chasing anyone who isn't chasing me. That sentence, even unspoken, changes everything. Stage 4. His emotional delay reaction. Men process emotions differently. While women feel first and rationalize later, men rationalize first and feel later. So during the first few days of silence, he's still trying to understand it logically. But after some time, when he notices that you still haven't reached out, when the days turn into a week, the logic fades, and the feeling hits him. Loneliness, curiosity, nostalgia. He starts missing your energy, your care, your vibe. And that's when he becomes emotionally aware of your absence. You've now moved from his routine to his reflection. That's the moment silence becomes your loudest statement. Matthew-style tip: don't break the silence during this stage. Let him experience the weight of missing you. That's where emotional realization grows. Stage 5. The emotional test. Now he's conflicted. Part of him wants to reach out. Part of him wants to wait and see if you'll break first. This is the mental tug-of-war that reveals his maturity. If he's emotionally intelligent, he'll take responsibility. He'll reach out sincerely and open the door for reconnection. But if he's emotionally immature, he'll play games. He'll test the waters, but never dive in. He might send low-effort messages. He might try to provoke a reaction. He might pretend he doesn't care, while secretly checking your stories daily. Your silence has turned into a mirror. Now it's reflecting him, and whatever he does next tells you everything about his true feelings. Matthew-style insight. When he's confused, stay composed. Don't feed his curiosity too early. Let it build into appreciation, because appreciation, born out of silence, lasts longer than attention bought by words. Stage 6. Your energy resets. Here's the part women often overlook. The power of silence isn't just about how he feels, it's about how you heal. When you stop contacting him, you stop performing for his validation. You stop seeking his attention to feel worthy. And suddenly, your energy returns to you. You start sleeping better. You start thinking clearer. You realize how much space he took up in your mind. That clarity is magnetic, because when your energy shifts from "I need him" to "I choose me," the entire dynamic transforms. Men feel that difference. They might not understand it consciously, but they feel it intuitively. That's when your silence isn't just absence. It's presence. The presence of self-worth, of confidence, of peace. And ironically, that's the exact energy that makes a man come closer again. Stage 7. The reaction phase. Now, depending on the man, one of two things will happen. 1. He'll reach out, confused, curious, trying to reconnect. 2. He'll withdraw further, thinking you've moved on, trying to protect his ego. Either way, your job is the same. Stay calm. Stay centered. If he reaches out, don't punish him. Just don't reward him too fast. A simple "Hey, how are you?" or "Nice to hear from you" is enough. You're not trying to manipulate him. You're showing emotional maturity. If he doesn't reach out at all, you've still won, because you've reclaimed your peace. Silence always reveals the truth. It shows who is truly invested and who is just comfortable. Stage 8. The lesson. When you stop contacting a man, you're teaching him something he'll never forget. That access to you is earned, not assumed. You're showing him that attention is a privilege, not a right. That emotional effort is a two-way street, and the next time he thinks of you, and he will, it won't be as the woman who chased him. It'll be as the woman who walked away gracefully and left a silence that echoed in his heart. That's not manipulation. That's self-respect. And self-respect is always attractive. Final takeaway. So when you stop contacting a man, don't do it as a trick. Don't do it to get him back. Do it because you're done overextending your heart for someone who isn't matching your effort. Because when you finally stop trying to be chosen, you create space to be valued. And that, my friend, is when confusion turns into curiosity, and curiosity turns into genuine appreciation. Silence isn't the absence of love. It's the presence of strength.